Today I'll be sharing my top 10 tips for advertising on Twitter starting from the ground up. Advertising the right way on Twitter starts from the moment you set up your account. So my first tip, choose your handle, profile pic, and header image strategically. Your handle should be short, recognizable, and easy to remember. Keep it consistent with the name on your other social channels. Skip irrelevant numbers and punctuation. Short handles lead to more mentions, and that's good for share of voice. Your best option for your profile pic, if you're a business, will be your logo. It's recognizable and naturally connected to your brand. The simpler the logo, the better. Profile pics on any social channel live in a pretty small space. Use the header space wisely. This image will show off your brand message and personality, so make sure you choose something that is on brand and eye-catching. Tip number 2, be smart about what you include in your bio. In a few short sentences, explain who you are and what you do. Keep it accurate, incorporate personality, brag about accomplishments, target the content to attract your target audience on the platform. Use relevant hashtags people might use to find your account. And finally, tag other brands that might be associated with your company. Now, you don't have to include all these elements, but this list will help get you started thinking about what your bio should include and on what to focus. Tip number 3, tweet during peaks. Whether it's organic or paid content, you want your tweets to reach your audience when they are on the platform. There are certain days and times when people are on Twitter more than others. This is different for different audiences. Some studies have identified posting between 12 and 3 p.m. Monday through Friday is effective. But don't just post according to the data. Experiment with days and times for your brand to determine what works for your target audience. Then use a scheduling software to plan your posts. Tip number 4, vary your content. You never want your audience to be bored with what you're producing, and one way to ensure this is to vary the type of content you include in your tweets. Giveaways are great for quickly passing the word along. Questions and polls encourage engagement and generate buzz around your brand. They're also an opportunity to interact with your audience. Offering free content like downloadable sources leads to more clicks and offers tangible value to your audience for following you. Special offers are powerful purchase drivers. Video, images, and GIFs help your content stand apart and stop your audience from scrolling through a sea of text. Whether it's behind-the-scenes footage of your company's workspace, a GIF ad for a new product line, or a high-quality image of your best-selling product. Images receive higher retweets than text alone, and video outperforms images by 6 times. Company announcements are another unique way to connect your brand with your audience because Twitter is a natural platform for news. Tip number 5, create standout ads. There are so many ways to do this. You can create a sense of urgency. If your audience thinks they will miss out on a special offer, sale, or limited supply, they'll be more prone to take action. Keep it short. Even though you can include 280 characters, doesn't mean you should. Research shows 50 to 100 characters leads to better results. Be creative. As we talked about in tip number 4, vary your content. Then do plenty of A/B testing with variations of your ads. Use quality visuals and don't turn to stock imagery. Create your own content using professionals to produce quality work. Include clear and compelling calls to action, or CTAs. Your audience should never have to guess what you want them to do next, whether it's follow us, download an app, or shop now. Tip number 6, wrangle hashtag use. Tweets with hashtags get 2 times the engagement as those without. However, tweets with more than 2 typically decrease engagement by 17%. Identify your popular relevant hashtags using Twitter Analytics or tools like Hashtagify that analyze your content and suggest appropriate ones. Tip number 7, add short links to your tweets. Adding links to your website, downloadable content, the App Store, lead forms, whatever the use case, will drive traffic through to the conversion destination. Also, with the character limit, you'll want to use the shortest link possible. Tools like tinyurl.com can help you convert any URL into a shortened version. Tip number 8, link to Twitter. Spread the word about your tweets by adding the link for your Twitter page to your website, email communications, blog, and other social channels. Growing your follower count means growing the size of the target audience you can get your ads in front of. Tip number 9, listen and learn. Becoming a better advertiser means always learning. Learn about your competition. Get feedback on your brand perception. Learn what the Twitter community is saying about your industry. Track whether users are mentioning your brand. Track what topics interest your audience. Discover trending topics. Analyze what's working and what's not for your competition's ads. Take notes on what established successful brands are making work. Take all this rich information, adapt it to your business, and incorporate your discoveries into your next campaign. Final tip, continuously evaluate and adjust. Improving ads on any platform is all about evaluating and adjusting from what you learn. Refer back to your objectives, compare to established benchmarks, make improvements, and fine-tune strategy based on performance metrics. Then, repeat. That's it for my top 10 tips. I hope you've learned something you can use to improve your approach to advertising on Twitter.